In this video, we're going to be talking about a chapter from the book, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. And the chapter that we're going to be discussing today is chapter 14, Don't Get Lost in Tasks and Duties. And the summary of the chapter reads like this. Whatever are the specifics of a man's purpose, he must always refresh the transcendental element of his life through regular meditation and retreat. A man should never get lost in the details of his life and forget that ultimately and in truth, life amounts to nothing other than what is the deepest truth of this present moment. Tasks don't get a man anywhere more conscious or free than he is capable of being in this present moment. Here's a quick summary if you don't want to watch the whole video. Basically, the idea is that we get lost in tasks and duties very easily and forget what it's all about, what this whole thing is about. We become like machines just working, task after task. And we forget what this whole thing is about. We forget that, oh shit, I'm alive. We forget that I'm going to die. So we should remember these facts that you're going to die. You should think more about the mystery of this existence, the triviality of your tasks, investigating who we truly are, what this reality existence is, being in the present moment, here and now, more conscious, more loving, more aware, fully immersed in the present moment, remembering the mystery of this existence, remembering that we are mortal, remembering how crazy it is that we are here, aware, conscious, like I'm here, remembering these things, and then getting back to those tasks, having those in thoughts. Now let's dive deeper. You are probably very familiar with this do mode or grind mode that we often get into when we just want to get something done. We just want to we're so focused on a task that we don't want to be disturbed. No distractions. When you're in this grind mode, when someone interrupts you or asks you some question, you just give them a quick answer or even ignore them. You're so focused on doing that thing, getting it done. Now, this grind mode is very common among men, whether it's trying to finish your homework before midnight, or working on something important, really focusing on it, or try to hear something on TV. We like to do this a lot when we hear something interesting or important and we're there like this and listening to it, very focused. Like, we do that a lot. And this grind mode is man's biggest strength and weakness. It's a strength because it's great to be able to get through tasks fast, to be disciplined, to be productive on your purpose going forward. But it's a weakness because if you forget, if you get lost in these tasks and duties in this work mode and forget your larger purpose, what it's all about, you have reduced yourself to a machine. Just working, getting the tasks done, without ever stopping and thinking what it's all about. Getting lost in these tasks and forgetting that life is much more than just some mere tasks and duties. You might be in the grind mode right now, you might be in the do mode right now while watching this video, fully focused on it, getting lost in it. If you were to die right now, what would be the feeling of your last moment? What would be like the feeling texture of your last moment? Are you feeling the infinite mystery of existence so that your last moment can be one of awe and gratitude? Is your heart so wide open that your last moment would dissolve in perfect love? Or are you so absorbed in some task that you wouldn't even notice that you're dying until the very last moment, and then just you're gone. Now, if you didn't understand those questions, don't worry because I don't understand them either. I got them from the book. Now, I want to read you a paragraph from the book. It goes like this: the test of your fullness in every moment is your capacity to die in free and loving surrender. Knowing you've done everything you could do while alive to give your gift and know the truth of being. Have you loved fully? Or do you have unexpressed feelings that would taint your last moment with regret? Do you consistently relax into the awe of immense mystery? Or are you so absorbed in your work and projects that you no longer feel the miracle of existence, each moment emerging from and dissolving into the great unknowable? Has your task addiction built blinders that limit the vastness of your vision, even now? How I see this paragraph is: are you living consciously or unconsciously? Am I doing everything to give my gift to the world? What I feel like I need to give, what I feel like giving in this moment, am I giving it? Am I totally loving in this moment? Or am I closing down? Am I expressing all my feelings? Am I expressing my love? Or closing down in my own pain? Or getting lost in all these tasks and duties, forgetting what it's all about? Do you know who you truly are? Have you even investigated that? Are you aware of this immense mystery of the thing that we call existence? As it says in the book, that relaxing into the awe of immense mystery. Feeling the miracle of existence each moment emerging from and dissolving into the great unknowable. This great unknowable reminds me of these ideas of the Tao, of this everything that is a great one organism, or Brahman, Tao, God, whatever you want to call it, the one, whatever name you give it, this basic thing that there is. And it goes on to say that tasks are important, but they will never add up to love, freedom, and full consciousness. You will never feel complete by doing tasks, by just doing some things. These things are just necessary things for survival, for our body, to breathe, to brush our teeth. We need to take care of our family, to make money, make a living somehow. And then it goes on to say that, but these are just the mechanics of life on earth. They never come to the absolute truth of your being. And I might disagree with this because I don't think that this absolute truth of the universe, of existence, of who we are, this oneness, or whatever you want to call it, is different from mundane, everyday things that we do. They are the same. Everyday mundane tasks, brushing your teeth, is just as real, is just as absolute and true as meditating in some kind of temple. They are like fundamentally the same in the sense that you can't say that you won't find the truth while brushing your teeth, and you can only find it when you go and meditate or go in these big temples or something. You don't need those to find out who you truly are, like this absolute truth. I don't think that that's how it works. It's not like you can say that this is where the truth is and it's not there. You gotta come here to get it. It's not like that. That's not how I see it. For example, in Zen they talk about that enlightenment is spontaneous. There is no like formula for it. There's not like a journey to it that you slowly get there and then after you have done these things you get enlightened or something like that. It's spontaneous. It can only happen in this present moment, like spontaneously. This is why we have these Zen stories where something random happens. Someone slips on the floor and suddenly he becomes enlightened or something like that. For example, there's one story where a student has been in a temple for a long time and he goes to the master and says to him, "Please teach me something." And the master asks him, "Have you eaten your rice?" The student says, "Yes, I have eaten my rice." The master replies, then wash your bowl. And then suddenly he became enlightened. Like Zen is filled with these very like funny stories. It's almost like jokes. That there's like a punchline to it, and once you get it, like, and there is like no explanation for these stories. And you have to take them like somewhat like a joke. Because if you explain a joke, it's not funny anymore. Just in the same way, these stories are like for this spontaneous realization of something. Now I'm still not sure because I think that there is some kind of gradual like understanding of who you truly are, of this existence, but I think that that is on the level of intellect. But experience and realization, I think, can only happen spontaneously. Like, and not just knowing it intellectually, but actually feeling it, realizing it, experiencing it can only happen spontaneously. For example, someone who has realized the truth or is enlightened or something like that can brush his teeth with full consciousness and love and presence. You don't need to separate those two things, but I'm still a dumbass in this area, so you don't have to listen to me. If you can share your thoughts, I'm actually really interested about what you think about the things that I said here, the things said in the book. I'm very interested in what you think, so you can leave a comment if you want to. And now here's another paragraph from the book. When you do your tasks in the right way, they liberate your life energy so that you can attend to what really matters. The investigation, realization, and embodiment of true freedom. Do you even know what this means? Have you devoted yourself to finding out the deepest truth of your own existence? If in this very moment your tasks are not supporting your life in this way, you must drop them or change them so that they do. Otherwise, you're wasting your life. Now, as it's said in this paragraph, I think that you have to, or you don't have to do anything, you don't have to go on living. But it's a great idea to find out what this whole thing is about, to find out who you truly are, what this is talking about, this true freedom, this absolute truth. What are those? What is this? What is the ultimate ground of this reality? What is this all about? I think it's a great idea, the idea and pursuit to find those things out, to find out who we truly are, understanding this illusion of the ego. Like I hear this in a lot of places, even in this book, this illusion of the ego, of a separate self, individual self that is separate from the outside world, and how that is just an illusion made by memories and things like that. I'm still new to all of this stuff. But the book says that we should remind ourselves throughout the day. We should put these reminders in our schedules to remind ourselves of this mystery of existence. Now, these reminders should really just cut to our core, just strip away all the bullshit. Things, reminders like remembering that we will die and how crazy that is. Thinking of someone, the most enlightened person that we know, or thinking about the mystery of existence, how crazy it is that we are here. Like I can see things, like I'm conscious, like I'm alive, other things are alive, how crazy that is, how much a mystery all of this is. It's a mystery to itself. Life is a mystery to itself. Other things that you can do is to just be fully present in this moment. Another thing that the book says is relax into the deepest and most profound loving of which you are capable. You can tell me whatever that means, or contemplate the mystery of existence. Remembering the infinite, the mystery, and then returning to our tasks. Having this in mind. Now I'd like to read you the last two sentences of this chapter. It says that you are not a drone. You are the unbounded mystery of love. Be so without forgetting your task. Now I'm very interested. What do you think about this chapter? Hopefully I I explained it in a nice way so that it was understandable. Probably not. But what do you think? What kind of thoughts do you have about this chapter? What do you think that I have left out? What are your thoughts? I'm always very interested to hear what you think, what others think about these concepts, about what others think about these ideas. So I'm very interested in your comments and your thoughts. So you can please share them in the comments what you think. It not only helps me, it also helps the community. We can discuss things, come to a better understanding of things. So you can freely leave a comment. And I hope that you like this video. If you're interested, I made a whole bunch of other videos on this book. There will be a playlist in the description. And I also made a whole summary of this book on Notion, and it's completely free. You don't have to do anything. You can just click on the link in the description. There will be a Notion link, and you can just read it if you want to, completely free. I just made it for you. So I hope that you like this video. Have a great day, and goodbye.